Yeah, that'd be so
That
interesting.
would be really funny.
But yeah, Nordas couldn't just say like, I think he was annoyed about how many people were in the race, and he was annoyed at how he ran it, I think, in terms of wasting energy moving around, but he couldn't just say like, I got beat today,
It seems like a lot of the 1500 meter runners aren't doing that anymore. They're just too confident and too in their own heads, where they're just like they just can't fathom to say, I was beaten by the better guy on the day. Congrats to him. I need to work on this, and this. Every interview I was watching was like, oh yeah, like I only got like 8 hours of sleep and I didn't have my favorite muesli, so I got beaten today. It's like they're making up these like kind of weave arounds to like protect their egos. It's like sometimes you need to get your ego shattered if you're going to get better.
And that's why you run the race.
And that's why you run the race.
Are the race.
Yeah, and you got to learn from that shit. Like a lot of those best runners, like, I mean, I love bringing up Jake Whitecastle because I think he's a good example of this, but like he was like 10th at Tokyo, won the semi, looked amazing, looked like he was a medal potential, fucking bombed. And he was like, I got to be better. Comes to the next World Championships and does better, learns from his mistakes and puts himself in position to win, and he wins it. Like a guy like that is like actively working on his potential of being the best athlete, whereas
easy to root for.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of 1500 meter runners, and maybe there's an interview of me doing this, but I feel like a lot of 1500 meter runners are making these excuses and not just saying like, yeah, I wasn't good enough today, I got to work on being better. Every time I think Cole Cocker's interview was like kind of similar to that, where he's like, yeah, I should have won. It's like, yeah, but you didn't. Like, what can you do now to lead into the Olympics where you can have that potential to win? Like, I liked Hobbs' interview because I feel like he talked about how he felt like even with his mental state kind of not being 100%, he's very proud of what he was able to achieve. Like, that's a really positive outlook of saying, like, I wasn't there mentally the way I should be or mentally sharp as I should be, but I'm still really proud of how I approached the race, how I executed the race, and I can move forward with that. And like, that's maturity for a guy that's like 14. So, in general, I like those interviews, whereas, yeah, Nordas, like, and Josh, and I don't know if Josh has done interviews where when he's gotten beaten, he's said stuff like that, but I know Jakob has definitely with Whiteman and with Kerr. So I feel like that's like a bit of I think that's a bit of an Achilles heel for them, because they can't see anything to fix. There's no fixing project. They're this beautiful structure in this museum glass. No one touches it. They're not just scaffolding in like the back of Longmont thinking, is anybody going to fix that piece of shit? Like, come on, you got to work on it. You got to build it. I'm the scaffolding right now. I'm trying to build myself up.
An amazing metaphor.
But yeah, like, I think that's an issue with it, and I like the way that Hobbs approached it. But I also think the 1500 right now, like, there's just so many people like protecting their egos because they want to be, I think they have the mindset that Gert's trying to push, is like the self-belief.
Yeah. And that's kind of nice. I feel like when you're not with a race like that, and it's not just a fitness test.
Yeah. You love races like that. Of
course I do.
Stand by that hill.
I mean,
You've always
of course
talked
I do.
about it.
And like Morgan always says, like, you have to still be really fit to be able to kick at the end. Like, that's how Morgan wins all.
Yeah, you can't just
all
walk
the
in
races.
and be like,
Morgan
if it's a tactical race, I'll be fine if I didn't train hard. It's like no, you still have to train.
Like, I'm still in the best shape of my life, I would say, easily. And
yeah, what are you running, like 2 times a week?
Well, that's the thing. Honestly, if that race had been, say, Hobbs had run 4 seconds quicker, you still probably could have won it.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, we'll see what you run in outdoors if you do more 1500s.
Yeah.